Chula Radio Plus presents Chula Innovations Unlocked.
As Chulalongkorn University pledges to become carbon neutral by 2040 and ultimately become net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2050, Chula Innovations Unlocked asked Associate Professor Dr. Suthirat Kitipongwiset, Director of Chulalongkorn University's Environment, Development and Sustainability Program, together with Mr. Gop Lim Suwan, Head of the Energy and Environment Unit, Office of Physical Resources Management, Chulalongkorn University, to ask how exactly this institution will achieve the goal.
First of all, I'd like to welcome both of you to Chula Innovations Unlocked. I thank both of you for coming onto the program. The president of Chulalongkorn University has pledged that by the year 2050, this university will become net zero greenhouse gas emission. Before we go to that, how eco-friendly is Chula?
I think both of us working on this area for quite a while, and we think that in our university have a very good ecosystem in our campus. Especially, we have a master plan that we have been implement for quite some time, and that it address the green area in the campus, also the transportation system in the campus, which is to reduce the amount of the traffic, as well as encourage the student and staff in our campus to use the low carbon emission transportation in our campus.
That maybe we have keep good progress on this project because we see there are possibility of our Chula community to maybe some kind like cope with like climate change or the global crisis. Maybe we keep going on that. Maybe good.
Right. And that is only part, system part, but I think that is more important that we try to cultivate this eco-friendly lifestyle in our campus. For example, Chula Zero Waste Initiative that we're working on for 7 years, that we start to raise the awareness of the people that how we can reduce the footprint of our day-to-day life in a campus.
Right. Okay, so let's go into details. How exactly are you guys planning to achieve the net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2050?
We have one project. This is some kind of like makeup project that we can say. So I think Kun Gop can say more information on that. We set some goal, and this goal is about carbon neutrality and net zero emission. It's some kind of like the ambitious goal for our Chula community. Okay.
I think the idea is very simple. We're gonna work on both the system or operation of our campus, as well as the people we have here in our campus as well. These two major themes will combine and will make us achieve that plan. We break down to be 5 activity or initiative that we're trying to do in our campus.
Which are?
Actually, we are very in the very beginning of our implementation, but from our study, we say that our footprint is mostly come from the energy consumption.
Activities.
The energy transition first?
Yes.
Right, can you go into details about that? I mean, how it's going right now and how you plan to go? Will every single roof within this campus become like a solar panel or something?
We just implement first phase of this transition, which is 65 of our building now have the solar roof panel already. So this total capacity is 7 megawatt, which is 25% of our energy consumption in the campus. So now we just finished this the end of this year. So this is the first phase of implementation of this energy transition.
Right. So right now it's a quarter of the entire electricity consumption within the campus. So you're saying that by 2050 it's going to be 100%.
It's very difficult to say because of now the technology that we have right now is solar panel. But I think it's more effective technology, would come after this. So the first phase, we picked the 65 buildings with potential of apply this solar panel. But I think that is after this, it will be more advanced technology on this energy come, and we will adopt that.
I understand that one of the biggest problems of the solar panel is not actually the panel, but it's the batteries that contain the power, right? I mean, is that the issue here, Chula, as well?
I think it's because of the technology. It's not that advanced yet. So it depends on how we're gonna adopt this technology and apply it to our university. And I think it's not. If we apply it all 216 building, some building is not effective at all because of under the shade or something like that. So we pick the one that have a potential to apply this and implement it first.
I see.
Yeah, maybe you are thinking about the possibility as Gop mentioned. Maybe the first step is about the way to understand about the hotspot first. And if our Chula community, they understand energy is one of the biggest emitter of the greenhouse gases. Maybe the next step we have to maybe study more about the way to expand and cover these kinds of RE that may be renewable energy. But anyway, it's some kind like the big step that we can start first, and then probably if in the next few years we have some kind like more smart energy, probably our team will discuss and maybe see the possibility to maybe add on not just the solar panel, hopefully.
So you adjust accordingly to the technology.
Yes.
Okay, so that was the source of energy. Next, I understand that there's going to be some adaptations of resilience in terms of the equipments or facilities within.
Yes, the first part is energy transition, which is we try to move to renewable energy, which is cleaner and a better energy for cleaner and
sustainable,
more sustainable. And for the second one, I think it's very important that we have to look into efficiency of how we consume our energy in our campus. So that's why come to the efficiency of the appliance and all the AC conditions system in the campus that we have to improve this to be more efficiency to reduce the usage of the energy. For the new building, we try to use the green modern design for achieve the green building code for that. For the old building that you're just talking about, we try to renovate and try to use the energy efficiency
equipment and maybe change maybe from the old one to the new one. Probably some kind like we can change to the LED process, and maybe you can evaluate about the effectiveness of the oldest one, and maybe once again see the possibility to change the new one that may be more greener and maybe save more energy. Related to carbon footprint reduction for sure.
Right. You mentioned green. I read in one of your interviews you mentioned about creating green growth. What is all that about?
We can say this is some kind of like quite new. So we would love to explore the possibility for the Chula community to think about this terminology. For sure, it's about education, that probably R&D, research and development, they have to explore the possibility to study, to focus, and find out the solution for these kinds of the terminology. For example, some organization, they try to promote the concept of green growth in their educational activities, both in class and maybe outside the classroom. I can give you some example. I am in charge one international program that called EDS, that stands for Environment Development and Sustainability. On that program, we ask students to explore any kinds of sustainability initiative in his or her research. And I think for this concept is one of the good example that they can study, they can learn more about the benefit of green growth. This is some good example of the research or dissertation. And maybe some department, maybe too many activities belong to the engineering department, science department. They also push too many activities to promote that kind of concept. especially related to climate change mitigation.
Yeah, it's not only the research, but it's also the innovation or technology that we try to develop for the society that try to achieve the low carbon society. For another example is BCG Tech at Faculty of Engineering. They try to develop the technology for
innovation and
carbon
technology,
capture,
right? CCUS.
For that carbon capture, utilize and storage. Yeah, try to capture the carbon out of the environment. That's the way that we try to achieve the green growth.
I see. Kunkop, you have children who are in late primary school, in 10th grade, I understand. Right. How would you explain to them what green growth is?
The way that we apply the technology that will help us achieve the low carbon society.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Right. So that's the technological part of it, right? But I understand that human behavior or the lifestyle is also another factor that we have to kind of push as well.
Yes. This is a very big part of
social change. Yeah, based on this one, you may say about social change, but for us, our project in terms of change is not just only one system. Yeah, we would love to explore change for the whole system for Chulalongkorn University. For sure, one dimension is about social. So yeah, our project, we aim to see the societal transformation in addressing climate change and also protect to our environment. So the goal of our Chula Race to Zero, the big expectation, we would love to engage all stakeholders in Chulalongkorn University, communities, including ourselves, staff, students, to maybe engage more on climate change. The first step that you asked Kunkop before, we expect all community to perceive more the impacts of climate change, for sure negative impact of climate change. And for the second that we would love to see is about change awareness to the actual action. Again, action, I want to push as the urgent action. That means we have to do it right now, from today. We could not see anymore, we could not wait anymore for the impact of climate change. So we want to see like some kind like greener habit or any kind like the environmental friendly behavior, especially the way to cutting their greenhouse gases emission from our campus.
And this is very important because we are education institutions, and we cannot only teach in the classroom or doing only the research, but we have to implement it and inspire the people to have eco-friendly lifestyle in day-to-day life too. So it's not limited to only the zero waste lifestyle, but this we're talking about transportation, we're
energy
saving, and we're talking about eat less meat, eat more
sustainable consumption concept.
Right. Now, when we talk about this change, it requires a change from all levels within Chula, from the executive level to the teachers, students, staff, all the way to people who are actually renting the facilities or areas surrounding Chula as well. Of all that I mentioned, which group of people or which demographic is hardest to communicate and have them change their behavior?
Probably you can answer first, and I have something in my mind. Or you want to?
Gentlemen first.
I think this. I think it's all difficult because of it's when we're talking about climate change or global warming, it's kind of far away. Because of now we try to communicate about how to bring this close to day-to-day life or close to their heart, so they can feel that it's very urgent and we have to act now. Otherwise, it's no return point at all. And the challenge of this era, I think, is the communication because of it's the generation gap, and the mass media is no more. So everyone have their own media channel. So so the challenge for our team is try to communicate the same message, but a different kind to reach out all the stakeholders, have them aware and change to be more eco-friendly.
Yeah, for sure. I want to say that climate change is quite difficult for general people. Probably the first step may be perceive threat or risks in the common way, that not far away from our life. We could not say that student better than professors, professor better than you and me, or something like that, because climate change they perceive in the same way. They seem to maybe distance the topic of climate change far away from their life. Probably this is some kind like the biggest difficulties for us to maybe move these kinds of action in reality. Maybe once compared with waste, probably you can ask they to see the amount of waste reduction, right? But for climate change, some they don't understand. They don't know what is the cost of emission from themselves. So they don't have any idea to cut or to reduce emission from their own. So this is the most difficulty.
Right. So it's kind of hard to see the goal or the finish line. When is it that we're going to achieve something?
Or the direct impact to
them.
To them. Yeah.
But anyway, it's quite easy. You can see that every day of life. I think the impact of climate change seems to be maybe it's quite difficult to explain, by yourself.
Right.
Every day of life is maybe come closer and closer rather than the past.
The good thing that this is only my opinion. I think this younger generation is more easier to convey. I mean, because of they may be related to this and growing up and listen to the news and the climate change, and they see that this
the impacts. Their life.
So I think it's easier to talking to the young generation.
You started life in Chulalongkorn University in 1998. That was a year before I came in, right? You came in 98. What is the biggest or dramatic change that you've seen amongst the behavior of students towards becoming eco-friendly?
In terms of environment, I think it's have a good side that younger generations have more awareness on this topic. And if we call for action, that most of the time they're willing to do this. But it's not limited only the climate action or related to this environmental only. But I think that for overall, they aware about sustainability. I mean, which is this holistic view of the well-being of their life. I think they more and more concerned about this, and I think we as an adult have to recognize this and help them to achieve this, because of no longer from now it's they will be adult like us, and also be a part of this society, the working force for that.
The targeted timeline. We aim to become carbon neutral by 2040 before being able to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2050. If we do not achieve the 2040 goal, will we be able to become net zero in 2050?
Yeah, this one I have to change a bit, not just you, me, and both of us. I think Chulalongkorn community have worked together and maybe straightforward together to reach that goal. This is something that we have to maybe work together, and we could not say right now is possible or not. So it depends on us. Maybe some kind like the engagement from the whole society, as I mentioned before, is the most important step. First, they have to know the hotspot of emission from their own. Second, they have to change their lifestyle to maybe more greener, and also maybe approach as the low carbon society. But anyway, our project, we are thinking about possible solution. One is about reduction. This is regarding to the whole society, that we have to help each other reduce as much as possible that we can do.
Reduce
greenhouse gases, maybe in our campus. And for the second, we are thinking about sink source of greenhouse gases. For sure, we try to maybe explore the possibility to maybe enhance the green area, maybe somewhere in our university, our campus. Maybe you can give some more information on that, some kind like the potential areas or the possibility to engage the community to maybe plant
more trees.
Yes, because of we also have Sarawak province that we have the area for research, right?
You have a campus though.
Yeah, we have a campus over there, and I think that is very good opportunity for us to explore the opportunity that we can make a carbon sink over there by planting our tree and tracking how they can absorb this carbon.
Right. If you do not become carbon neutral by 2040, will we be able to achieve net zero by 2050?
we have to think about hope, right? Maybe about 10 years from now on, maybe put our effort as much as possible we can do. Maybe reduction should be as much as possible we can do first.
And it depends on so many factors that come into play, like technology and
innovation, community engagement.
But let me say this way. I think that is better to be part of the solution than be part of the problem.
Of course.
And this is very early at the implementation phase. So I think this is the right direction, and we try to achieve this. I think it's 15 years before our country. This is not because we want to show off or something, but we try to do this to
take
achieve
responsibility
this. And try to find
find
the solution, and that we can share with our society, so we can achieve this together.
I see. Now, speaking of the country's goal, how can what we are doing here in Chula be shifted or be shared with the Thai society as a whole? And do you see this country becoming carbon neutral, if not net zero emission, anytime soon in the future?
Yeah, we not only share, but we try to working together because we have to working together to achieve that. And whatever we try or we have been implement in our campus, we look in ourselves is like a living lab. Our campus is a living lab. If we have a solution or innovation, we try it here in our campus first. If it's work and it can spin off or it can share with our society, that is maybe the solution for our society.
We can change not just for Thai society, because once we talk about climate change, it's for everyone in the world. So maybe everyone have to take action right now. And in terms of the sharing or the some solution, I can say something in short about a few points. First, we can say that we have to make climate change more personal and urgent. Maybe think from now on. And for the second, it's about collective action. Apart from individual level, we also have to think about the multi-collaboration among whole society, like private sector, public sector, even as academic organization like us. The third one, I think Kun Kop mentioned already, is about education. I believe that both informal and formal education is one of the possible way to maybe let the citizen to communicate more, talk more about climate change. Last but not least is about the concept of sustainable consumption and production should be embedded in the people's mind. Probably this is some kind like the solution that we can share from our project. And hopefully this kind of thing can drive our society as the whole to reach the carbon neutrality or net zero emission as we propose internationally.
So for the Thai society, an average Thai, which is more efficient, carrot or stick? Carrot, persuasion, communication, creating awareness. Stick, legal measures, social pressure, you name it.
In my opinion, you have to use both. Because of, I think we can try either carrot or stick doesn't work. You have to use both of them because of Thai people have reaction to this kind of approach differently. But not only carrot and stick, but we have to working top down, bottom up together, and to make this work together.
And whether or not we fail or we pass for this project, but I'm sure that we can maybe present our responsibility as one of Thai and even as one of the citizenship in the global level, because climate change is for all, not for Chulalongkorn only or not for Thai only. Maybe we can see about how big of our progress and how far that maybe we have to think about the proposed year or proposed target that we talked our state before.
Right. So it's quite a long and challenging route ahead. It's not going to be easy, but it's somewhere we all have to go in order to have a better world, a better life for all of us. Well, I wish you both the best of luck and thank you for coming on Chula Innovations Unlocked. ขอบคุณมากครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Chula Innovations Unlocked is produced and presented by Superjohn Klinsawan. This program is brought to you by Chulalongkorn University.